Fernando Pimentel of BehindTheGloves.com here with the one and only lovely Crystina Poncher. Crystina, we're here for the Manny Pacquiao Jesse Vargas fight.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted this to be actually Pacquiao versus Crawford, but let's talk about the matchup we have in front of us right now. Let us talk about what Jesse brings to the table versus, as it's being booked, the legend, Manny Pacquiao.
Sure. Well, I think Jesse brings to the table experience. He brings a lot of hunger. He brings a lot of energy. He brings a lot of confidence. I think that this fight is happening for Jesse at the right time. I think he has the best that we've seen him so far. And I think, when the opportunity and the timing get together, anything can happen. And although he doesn't have a tremendous knockout percentage, I think that working with Dewey has made him stronger. And I do think that, not that I think that he's going to go in there and knock out Manny Pacquiao. It's obviously extremely hard to do. But I think he's going to bring the fight, and it's going to be fireworks, I'm sure.
Now, Jesse walks around and acts and actually fights with a chip on his shoulder. Do you think that will benefit him more in this fight versus someone like Pacquiao who comes in and fights in different angles, comes in and throws punches from awkward angles that people don't normally throw from? Do you think that chip on his shoulder will motivate him to look at out?
Yeah, I think it will motivate him, and I think it just gives him more confidence because, what does Jesse have to lose, right? He's going into this fight, obviously he has a belt to lose, but in terms of his confidence, he knows that his back's against the wall, and most people anticipate Manny Pacquiao winning the fight. So he's going to go in there and give it everything that he has. He's fighting for Mexico. He's made a point to say that, this guy has beat my idols in Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera, guys that I've looked up to. When I was 8 years old, I knew one day I'm going to get an opportunity like this. So he's taking all of that into the ring with him, and that makes him a pretty dangerous fighter.
Now, Jesse has been somewhat disrespected by many in the media, saying that he doesn't deserve this fight or this fight is lackluster. He actually went after Max Kellerman's comments and everything. Your thoughts on the whole HBO shying away from this fight, and who will be broadcasting this fight?
Well, I think Jesse can respond however he wants to. That's definitely his prerogative, and he's not shy in his skills talking to the camera or talking with the media, so he definitely voices his opinion, and he has every right to do so. And the fact that HBO passed, so be it. They have the prerogative, and it's going to be different not seeing Manny fighting on HBO, but we've seen it before. He's fought on Showtime before. We've produced his fights from Macau, and we've done those things. So it's looking like Top Rank will produce the pay-per-view. There's still a couple things that are to be determined, but it's going to be a great show, and maybe you won't get, Max and Jim and Roy, but you're going to get a great broadcast team that knows Manny Pacquiao, that knows Jesse Vargas, and is going to put together a great production come November 5th.
Now, let me give something to the fans that maybe they don't know. There's this thing in boxing called triangle theories, right? Bernard Hopkins lost to Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor lost to Kelly Pavlik. So when Kelly Pavlik fought Bernard Hopkins, everybody thought it would go that way. Same thing with Cotto, Shane, and Margarito.
Okay.
We have Bradley, Pacquiao, and Vargas.
Correct.
Bradley has lost to Pacquiao, beat Vargas, so everybody's probably thinking that Vargas is going to lose to this one. Do you think, given the history of triangle theories where one of the losers actually beats one of the winners, do you think it could come out where Jesse could upset the apple cart here and just completely beat Manny?
I absolutely do. I don't think that it's fair to walk in there saying, everyone talked about how wide the odds were the second time that Bradley and Pacquiao, and based on what happened the first time, that was obvious, but these two have not mixed it up before. And I do think that when Jesse gets in the ring with everything that he has to offer, he has a chance to really go in there and steal some of these rounds, I think, because of his production level, because how he's going to come forward. He's not just going to stand back and try to box. And I think knocking out Pacquiao will be hard, but he's sure as hell going to go for it, and I absolutely give him a chance in this fight.
Do you think, because obviously everybody thought that Bradley Pacquiao was the end for Pacquiao. He came back for one more. Do you think this will be the end for Pacquiao, or do you still think that you see a future with him boxing?
I still see a future with him boxing. I don't think this is it. Getting a chance to talk to him yesterday when he came off the plane, he was smiling, all the cameras. He's the happiest that I've seen him. Granted, he hasn't had to start training or cutting weight yet, so that probably makes a little bit of a difference. But he's so happy, he's so ready, and I think we would probably, after this fight, maybe two more.
Now, anything you have to say to the fans, let them know where they can follow you, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Sure.
Snapchat. Hopefully you Periscope sooner than later.
All that. As always, Crystina Poncher on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I haven't got that IG Snapchat going, that video on IG, but But always a pleasure talking with you, and look forward to many more interviews with you leading up to the promotion. November 5th, Thomas and Mack Center. Tickets start at just $50, so that's a really good way. It might be cheaper than the pay-per-view, so get down there and watch it live, and we'll see you on TopRank.com.
As Crystina Poncher just said, the fight is November 5th, Saturday, Las Vegas, Thomas and Mack, $50 cheapest seats, $1,000 the most expensive seats. As again, Fernando Pimentel for BehindTheGloves.com here with Crystina Poncher saying we'll see you guys at the fights.
Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this little icon right here, or else